guys, I'm Caitie Hurst. This is my brother Caleb, and this is our puppy Callie. She's joining us for Songs from a Mug, the quarantine edition. And I know we're all stuck at home, and I hope that you guys are staying safe and healthy. And we just wanted to have a little bit of fun and play you guys some random songs that we pull from a mug. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. Here goes. All right. Kind of nervous for this first one. Quintessential song for summer. I like that one. Song for summer. Okay, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Frozen song, this Olaf's summer one. Okay, quick funny story about that. My roommate in college, one of my best friends, I guess it's just called In Summer, maybe? Olaf's song. It was her ringtone, like her alarm, every single morning. And so it would go off and she would snooze it and then it would play again. And so this song like repeated in my dreams all the time. So I'm pretty sure that's why I have it memorized. But yeah, here goes. Bees the buzz, kids will blow dandelion fuzz, and I'll be doing whatever snow does in summer. A drink in my hand, my snow up against the burning sand, probably getting gorgeously tan in summer. I'll finally see a summer breeze blow away a winter storm, and find out what happens to solid water when it gets warm. Oh, I can't wait to see what my friends all think of me. Just imagine how much cooler I'll be in summer. In summer, in summer. Sweet. All right, song number 2. Oh, favorite throwback song. Ooh, I like that one. Man, me and Caleb are big throwback fans. Like, most of the music I listen to is 70s and 80s music. And I say we did this one a lot on tour. Dance with Somebody. We should do that one. I just got a new car, but I used to have this really old car that only had a cassette player. And so I would just only listen to cassettes. And I started just going to record shops and just started collecting vinyl records and like cassette tapes that they would sell. And my first cassette tape ever was given to me by one of my best friend's moms, and it was Journey. And that's just kind of how I got into listening to old music. So this is not a Journey song, but Whitney Houston is my girl. So I think we should do that one. It's a lot of fun. We should start at the verse. The clock strikes upon the hour and the sun begins to fade. There's still enough time to figure out how to chase my blues away. Oh, I've been alright up till now. It's the light of day that shows me how. So when the night falls, my lonely heart calls. Hey, oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Oh yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Oh yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, we did. I kind of missed that. We did that one like all this past year when we would go play shows and stuff, and it was so much fun. Yeah. Okay. Number 3. Do you guys ever, like, when you're pulling stuff, I didn't do this, I promise, but whenever I pull stuff out of, like, a hat and I'm not supposed to see what it is, sometimes I peek, but I promise I didn't do that with these. Oh, yeah. Song that was the hardest to write. think for me, this was a song that I wrote about 2 years ago called Answers. And it's kind of been on my mind the past couple weeks just with everything that's going on with this. I think it's, it kind of just encompasses, I feel like, what's going on around us. But I wrote it just for, I feel like in the back of my mind, I had this list of questions that I just found myself asking God a lot of times. And I didn't really know what to do with them. And, I had always just said, like, I want to write a song about this, and I don't know how. I want to write a song about all these questions that I have and that I feel like other people have too. And maybe sometimes we feel like we can't talk about them, or we can't ask God questions, like that's not allowed or not okay. And that's definitely not true. Like, something that God has taught me is that he's not ever afraid of my questions. He's not ever afraid of anyone's questions. And in fact, I think what he wants to do, like, in our questioning is remind us of who he is. And when we ask him questions, if we, like his word says, if you seek him, you will find him. And I think that when we seek him, when we ask him things and we're really wanting to know, we get to know him more, and he reminds us of truth and of what his word says. And it doesn't always mean that we find like the answers to our questions, or that we know the end result of what's going on. Like right now, it's like a lot of people, including us, it's like our main jobs are touring and playing for big groups of people, and that's not happening anymore. And I know a lot of people are like severely impacted by this in several different ways. And so I think sometimes it's not always about knowing what is up ahead and like what exactly the next, month is going to look like, or the next year is going to look like. But it's about having faith in a God who does, and having faith in a God that wasn't surprised by any of what's going on now, and isn't ever surprised by anything, because he's always in control, and he always looks out for us. And his word tells us that. His word tells us, like in Matthew 6, that he cares for the birds of the air, he cares for the flowers in the field, and how much more does he care for his children? And I think that's been something I've had to remind myself of the past few weeks, is like, God's going to take care of us. He promises it. And so he's not going to just drop us off and not take care of his children, because he promises that. And I think this song, for me, is just a journey through like all these different questions that I had, but then ultimately coming to the end of it, not with answers to all my questions, but with the end result that, like, if God's word says that he makes all things work together for the good of those who love him and are called according to his purposes, then we can trust that, and we can know that we can have faith in him, and we can trust that he knows what he's doing. So yeah, I hope this encourages you guys, and this song is called Answers. What about all the earthquakes, fires and hurricanes? Why does it keep on storming when you could stop the rain? I want the answers. And what about all the sickness medicine can't solve? What about all the cancer? Oh, you could heal it all. I want the answers. You know my questions, you know my doubts, you know my fears that I'm afraid to talk about. I'm at the edge, about to break, when all I want is answers, but all you want is faith. What about all the orphans praying for a home? I know you're the good father, but why are they alone? I want the answers. Oh, and what about all the churches filled with fire and hate? Oh, how do you let them stand up and preaching in your name? I want the answers. You know my questions, you know my doubts, you know my fears that I'm afraid to talk about. I'm at the edge, about to break, when all I want is answers. But all you want is faith, a faith that can conquer fear, a faith to know you are near, a faith you can drown out the dark and light my way. Oh, you are my answer. Well, I'm no answer for the darkness in this world. Ooh, you know my questions, you know my doubts, but I know you work all things for good even now. I'm at the edge, about to break, when all I want is answers. Ooh, when all I want is answers. Ooh, all I want is answers, but all I need is faith. Sweet. Fun story about that song. Our first tour that we ever did, which was last year. I don't really play piano at all, and it was just me and him on tour, and we were opening for New Song, and I had to learn how to play that song on piano, and that was pretty much the only song I knew on piano. And I bought an entire keyboard. I spent I don't even remember how much, all of my savings, $1,200 on this keyboard, and sadly you've used it a lot more than I have on since then. That was a year ago. All right, next one. Let's see. Aw. A song that reminds me of home. That's sweet. A song that reminds me of home. Wow. Read my mind. Go on. You know you can.
What?
The song that I don't even remember the name of it. Honestly, right now. But it's the country song that I love. Got my rice cooking in a microwave. That one. This song reminds me of home because I feel it just describes. I always play this song when I'm pulling into my driveway. Always. It's a great day to be. That's what it's called. Okay, here we go. And it's a great day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes. It's a hard times in the neighborhood, but why can't every day be just this good? And it's a great day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes. There's some hard times in the neighborhood, but why can't every day be just this good? Oh, wow. Yikes. Oh, man. That's my, that song really does remind me of home. It's just good old Southern song. You just can't beat it. You cannot be in a bad mood when you listen to that song. So everybody, if you don't know what it is, go Spotify it. It's a great day to be alive. It's a good song. Okay, last one. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one to end on. A song you would never hear in church. Wow, it's a fun one. A song you would never hear in church. I think, okay, Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac, you would never hear them in church ever. So last year we went to go see Fleetwood Mac in Las Vegas, and that was our main reason for going. And and we thought they were headlining this festival, so we were a little bit late to the show. But turns out they were first, and they only played 4 songs. And this song, you read my mind, this song was the only song that we heard. We literally bought tickets to go see Fleetwood Mac, and we only heard this one song. We got to the venue as they were finishing it. So you would definitely never hear this in church, but hey, you should sing on this one with me. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. That was great. Wow. Thank you guys so much. This has been so fun. Y'all stay safe and stay healthy. And thank you guys so much for joining us. Y'all have a great rest of your day.